How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing you guys a brand new Warau Salesman episode discussions. And for today's segment, guys, we're going to be talking about is episode 4. And honestly, guys, oh, damn. This anime is actually pretty still dark. But needless to say, this one was less lighter in the later half of the episode than more than the first half. As the first half actually dealt with the essence of what beauty is on the outside versus what's on the inside, and actually I felt that that was able to connect with a lot of viewers. And honestly, every theme and lesson that's learned in the Warau Salesman, friend, like the whole lore, is actually pretty interesting. It makes the episodes very, very enticing to the fact that, it makes you think at the end of the episode, like, oh, I can't believe that this character went through that. Like, okay, maybe I should think twice about not acting like this certain character. And most of the time, it's funny because most of the skits that are involved in the Warau Salesman, whenever it's a guy, it's funny because the person that, or the character that like makes a deal with Moguro himself, they fall into greed because of the fact that they're chasing tail. It's always because they're just horny. That's all it is, and it's very hilarious the fact that because they want to chase after this woman, they don't think very logical. And Moguro always explains to them that don't do this. I'm telling you this now beforehand. If you do this, and of course, there's going to be some repercussions. And it's funny because he tells them that blatantly, and yet they don't, like, every character that falls into the trap of Moguro, I want to say trap, I'm sorry, that deals with Moguro, they succumb to their own selfish desires. That every single time it's just hilarious because it's like, man, like, Moguro just knows where to hit them. And it's funny because it makes sense that Moguro really is the devil, because this episode kind of emphasizes the fact that not the devil, let me repeat that, because I don't want to hit a lot of religious people. I should say that he's this entity that really is like a supernatural being, because in the first half of the episode, folks, he was actually chasing down one of his clients, and of course when the client said, "Oh no, I don't need your help." For once, we finally get a client that actually thought about it and said, "Oh, I don't need your help." But the thing about that made it interesting was the fact that Moguro chased him down to where he works at, to the point that, like, he knew when this character would give in. So it made sense that, like, that Moguro really is a supernatural character. I mean, honestly, he has to be, because it would only make sense as to why it would fit into the lore itself. But still, at the end of the day, it's like, that part was a little bit creepy. Like, honestly, he was literally waiting at his office to be like, "Oh yeah, so did you make up your mind now? Oh, really now? Okay, you made it up. So here's my card, and I hope to give you a call soon." Honestly, that was actually pretty creepy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But needless to say, though, the first half of the episode was still creepy because it dealt with the like I said, the dealings with people dating. When people date, of course, they all look at superficial, skin tone, facial features, but they don't really look at personality-wise. And Moguro explains to the character, if you're going to be going out with this woman, you better not pry into certain situations that you shouldn't. And that is, if you're going to pry into her looks, don't pry any deeper in that. And honestly, it made sense because this woman did so much plastic surgery that when she, like, showed her true face, oh my god, she was kind of nasty. Like, honestly, it was very creepy. Like, she looked like a very old, like a 98-year-old, like I could say. And it made sense as to why Moguro really, like, told the kid, like, don't pry, because you don't want to know the truth. You should have just kept your fantasy where it was at, and you would have been happy. And like I said, that the kid wanted to know why do I love you? He should have, like, the thing is, I think that kid probably must have been a virgin or something of some sort, because he really did not know what to do with the woman. He just loved her for her looks, really. And that was pretty sad. Honestly, in today's world, that doesn't really work that way. Which, like I said, like, it makes you think at the end of that little specific scene that, looks really aren't always about that. I mean, yes, it does in some cases, but, like, not all the time. After a while, as you get older, you kind of start noticing that, looks really aren't all that after a while. It really is that. It really comes down to personality-wise. I don't know, it's just me. Maybe it's just me, or maybe I'm just weird like that. But the point is, we gotta move on to the second half of the episode, guys, because the second half, it still deals with the same issues as it did with the first person, and that is dealings with selfishness, and not necessarily greed, it's restraint. And this time is we have a runner who apparently he cannot actually have his own, you could say he's always bumping into people, and he can't have his own time there where he's away from people. So of course Moguro comes in and helps the character and saying, I'll help you actually ease your pain every time you're trying to run and you want to escape from all your family issues and of course and everything. But what made me laugh is this character is seen that he really would have been another character that would have actually won Moguro's actual case, or his client's actual dealing in happiness, but because there's a woman involved, and the character of course was like, oh, I can't say no to a woman, and he was really horny because she was really pretty. It made me laugh because it's like, I mean, come on, man. If Moguro says don't showcase it, of course social media is gonna actually just bombard everybody, and of course everybody then from there use the power of Moguro to actually help themselves. So it kind of caused a world of chaos in a sense in that second half. That, like I said, there are some secrets that are there need to be kept, and this guy needed to keep that secret in the second half of the episode. Like, honestly, that was very interesting to see that, just Moguro knows that he's always gonna win. And that makes it like a very interesting episode. In every single episode, it makes it interesting seeing as how the character's gonna end up falling in his own nightmare, you could basically say. But like I said, that's it for today's segment, guys. As you can see that, like I said, these episodes they're actually pretty interesting. But like I said, there really is no specific plot line in the overall lore, as if more or less to say that the whole lore is just each individual skit. I'm hoping maybe they might actually make an episode longer. Maybe they might do that, but hopefully if they do, that would be actually interesting to see it transition into another episode. But needless to say, let me know down in the comments, guys, as to what you guys' thoughts on the anime episode itself. The Warau Salesman is still doing okay in my book. I'm still interested in every single episode. But what are you guys' thoughts on it? And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Warau Salesman episode discussions or other otaku related content, as I have other playlists that I talk about other anime as well through the spring 2017. And as always, guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen signing out.